Welcome, beloveds, to this Virgo season reading. So Virgo is the healer, the one who shows us the wisdom in nature's rhythms, and also the beauty in tending to the small details that creates wholeness. And today we'll be working with 3 piles, each represented by a plant ally, so you can let your intuition guide you. I'll let you know the meaning of the plant once you've chosen your pile. So for pile 1, we have the potato. For pile 2, we have snapdragon. And for pile 3, we have sorrel. So take a deep breath and soften your gaze and let yourself be drawn to the plant that calls to you. And that's where your message for this Virgo season will unfold. Let's begin. Welcome, pile number 1. If you chose the potato, the plant ally medicine for potato reminds us of humility, grounding, and nourishment. It's not glamorous, but it sustains and roots us into what matters most. Virgo season asks us to return to simplicity and essentials. So for your first card, we have the Fool. This is the energy of new beginnings, of stepping out with innocence and trust. And in Virgo season, the Fool reminds you that you don't need to have it all figured out. You're being guided one step at a time. And remember, your plant ally here is potato, so a symbol of grounding and nourishment, and it tells me that as you step into something new, it's not about leaping recklessly, but about rooting yourself in simplicity and what truly sustains you. The Fool, along with the potato, says take the fresh step, but let it be a step that feeds your soul, not depleting it. So your theme for this season begins with trust, simplicity, and grounded beginnings. So your second card is the Moon, reversed. This tells me that part of your struggle in Virgo season will be clarity, and you may have been feeling confused, uncertain which voice to trust, or even doubting your intuition. But the Moon reversed often speaks of illusions falling away and the discomfort of realizing not everything is as it seemed. So here your plant ally potato steps in again. Potato grounds you, reminding you that when the path feels foggy, the body and the earth are trustworthy anchors. Instead of trying to see everything in the mist, you can return to the simplest truths: your breath, your body, and the soil beneath your feet. Spirit's telling me to let you know, so while the Moon reverse may reveal shadows or uncertainty, the whisper here is stay rooted in the real, in the tangible, and the fog will clear. So your third card is the 8 of Pentacles, reversed. Now normally this card is about hard work, mastery, and steady progress. But when it's reversed, it's actually showing me that you've been struggling with the weight of perfectionism, or even feeling like no matter how much you do, it's never enough. And perhaps you've been caught in a cycle of effort without joy, or maybe you're doubting the value of your own craft. So here again, your ally, the potato, whispers its wisdom. And basically what I'm hearing to tell you is nourishment doesn't come from flawless effort, but it comes from simplicity and consistency. You know, potatoes grow quietly underground, and they don't need to prove themselves. They simply root, grow, and nourish. And the other message I'm hearing to tell you at this moment is the blessing here is that Virgo season gives you permission to step back from over-striving. You don't have to polish every detail. Your value is already present. So gratitude belongs in the imperfect, in the small steps, and in the simple meals of life. Your fourth card is the Lovers, and it's also in reversed. When it's upright, this card is about harmony, connection, and choices aligned with the heart. But with it being reverse, it's suggesting that there might be inner conflict, or perhaps making choices out of fear, pressure, or external expectations instead of from your own truth. So we're going to rely on your ally potato again, since it's your grounding, and it's speaking here in such a tender way. It's telling you that you have to nourish yourself first before you can offer balance in relationships. The Lover's reverse isn't necessarily about breakups or disconnection, but it is about choosing alignment with your soul. Even if that feels, and here's the important message, even if it feels different from what others expect. So in this Virgo season, it's asking you to return to your own wholeness and to simplify your choices so that they truly feed you. Potato reminds us that you cannot feed others if you are starving. Choosing yourself is an act of sacred love. Your fifth card is Judgment, a powerful moment of awakening. This card says the call has already been sounded. You've heard it in your spirit, and now it's time to answer. Judgment is about releasing guilt, doubt, or even hesitation. And it's stepping into a higher path that has been waiting for you. So here, your ally potato grounds the message beautifully, actually. Awakening doesn't have to be grand or dramatic. Sometimes it's as humble as planting yourself in fertile soil and saying yes to growth. Potato reminds you that rising into your calling happens through steady, embodied steps, not through rushing or overreaching. So in this Virgo season, Spirit's having me tell you this: trust the call you've already heard. Let go of the weight of old stories and allow yourself to rise into the clarity of who you truly are. So your final card is the Eight of Wands. This is momentum, movement, and swiftness. And things are beginning to align and move forward quickly for you. So once you release the hesitation of judgment and claim your path, the energy carries you forward. With Potato as your ally, the message is, even as the energy speeds up, stay rooted. Let each action, each decision be grounded in what nourishes you. So momentum is beautiful, but grounding ensures you don't get swept away or burned out. And the Eight of Wands here is like a reminder that the universe is saying yes. And the flow is open, but keep your feet in the soil as your spirit soars. So as we close your reading, beloved, the message of Pile 1 is very clear. This Virgo season is a sacred reset for you. The Fool invites you into new beginnings, but the Moon reverse reminds you not to get lost in confusion. Your grounding is the simple, tangible truths of life. And the Eight of Pentacles reverse blesses you with freedom from perfectionism, while the Lover's reverse calls you to align with your own truth above all else. And the Judgment speaks to the call you've already heard. It's time to rise. And the Eight of Wands shows that once you do, energy will flow quickly in your favor. So through it all, your plant ally, the potato, whispers, stay nourished, stay grounded, stay rooted in simplicity. Spirit's wanting me to tell you, growth doesn't have to be complicated. The soil beneath you is rich enough to sustain the path you are stepping into. Namaste, beloveds. Welcome, beloveds, in pile number 2. If you chose the snapdragon is your plant ally medicine for this reading, and the snapdragon brings purification and courage, and it helps burn away what clogs the spirit and clears a path for renewal. And in this Virgo season, it's asking what is weighing you down and where must you reclaim vitality by letting go. For your first card, we have the Ten of Cups. This is one of the most joyful cards in the deck. This is the energy of emotional fulfillment, harmony, and happiness shared with others. And it speaks of the dream of belonging, a vision of love, family, or community that nourishes the heart. And as Snapdragon is your ally, this card comes with an added message. Purification makes space for joy. Sometimes, in order to fully experience harmony, we must clear away what weighs us down, like old stories, unhealed patterns, or even energy that doesn't belong to us. And the snapdragon is the flower that represents that it takes away the heaviness so that only truth and love remain. And for you, the theme in this Virgo season, it begins with a message from Spirit that says, emotional fulfillment is within reach if you are willing to clear what clouds your heart. Your second card is the Nine of Cups, and this is often called the wish card, the moment of satisfaction when something you've longed for begins to manifest. But placed here in the position of struggle, it suggests that while you may have achieved or received some of what you desired, you're still feeling of something missing. So perhaps the fulfillment hasn't been as lasting as you hoped. Or maybe it feels like there's more depth calling to you. So your ally, Snapdragon, brings purification energy to this struggle. It whispers, clear away the false satisfactions, the surface level comforts, the illusions of happiness, and what you truly desire is deeper than temporary pleasures. It's the soul deep joy of living in alignment with love. So the struggle isn't about not having enough. It's about knowing what truly satisfies you. And the message I'm hearing to tell you is, burn away the distractions so you can recognize the heart of your wish. Your third card is the Lovers. And this, in your blessing position, is a beautiful sign. This card speaks about sacred connection, aligned choices, and relationships that reflect truth. It is the reminder that love, whether romantic or friendship or even a deep alignment with your own values, is the blessing surrounding you right now. And as your ally of the Snapdragon, the flower of purification and courage, together these two whisper that love is not just sweetness, it is also fire. Sometimes relationships or choices of the heart purify us. They burn away what is false so that only the true bond remains. So your blessing this Virgo season is clear. Love itself is your medicine. The courage to choose connection, the willingness to let love refine and transform you. This is where your gratitude belongs. Your fourth card is the Ten of Wands, showing up in the position of self-care. This card tells me you've been carrying far too much. It may be the responsibilities, burdens, or even the weight of other people's expectations. You've been strong, but it's heavy, and it's not sustainable to keep walking this way. Here, the snapdragon being your ally and bringing upon purification, Spirit's having me tell you, you don't have to hold it all. Self-care this Virgo season is about setting down what is no longer yours to carry. And it's about giving yourself permission to travel lighter. So you may feel the pressure of obligation, but the truth is that letting go of unnecessary burdens is not a failure. It's called wisdom. And the Snapdragon ally teaches that when you release what is weighing you down, your energy clears, and your path lightens, and joy becomes possible again. Your fifth card is the Ace of Wands reverse, appearing in the release position. So upright, this card is a spark of new inspiration, a fiery beginning. But when it's reversed, it shows frustration, sparks that don't quite ignite, or ideas or passions that feel blocked or delayed. So your ally, the Snapdragon, burns through this stagnation. Spirit's having me tell you, let go of the pressure to force inspiration. Release the frustration of delayed timing and the guilt of not being on fire every moment. Sometimes the soil needs to rest before a new seed can sprout. So in this Virgo season, what you're being asked to release is the belief that you must push inspiration into being. Purify the field, clear away the ashes of what didn't ignite, and trust that the true flame will rise when it's ready. Spirit's having me tell you that when the space is clear, the fire will come naturally. And your final card is the Two of Wands reversed, and it's in the focus position. Upright, this card is about visioning, planning, and looking ahead to new horizons. But when it's reversed, it tells me that your energy this Virgo season is not meant to be scattered into distant futures. Instead, your focus belongs here, in the present moment, in what is directly before you. Your ally, the Snapdragon, reminds you that purification always begins with what is close at hand. This flower clears the field right where you stand. You don't need to stretch so far out into the unknown right now. Your power comes from anchoring into the now, into the earth beneath your feet. So your focus is not on faraway plans, but on tending to the moment. Let the bigger vision come later. Spirit's having me tell you, what you purify in the present will open the path for the future to unfold with clarity. So as we close your reading, pile number 2, the message becomes clear. Virgo season is calling you into purification and courage. The Ten of Cups shows the vision of harmony and joy, all that is possible for you, while the Nine of Cups reminds you not to settle for surface satisfaction. The Lovers bless you with sacred connection, but the Ten of Wands asks you to set down what is too heavy to carry. So the Ace of Wands reverse shows that forced beginnings and blocked sparks are ready to be released, but the Two of Wands reverse directs your focus back to the present moment, the here and the now, where clarity can truly take root. Through all of this, Spirit is wanting me to let you know, burn away what is false and stand in the courage of truth. You are being asked to release heaviness and distraction so that you can experience joy in its purest, most authentic form. The fire of purification will open the path to harmony, to love, and to a future that unfolds naturally from the present moment. Namaste, beloveds. Hello, pile number 3. You have chose the Sorrel as your plant ally. Sorrel carries the tang of life. It's refreshing, heart-opening, and tender. Its medicine is affection, remembering that love for self and for others is what makes the journey meaningful. Virgo season is asking, where can tenderness and care soften the edges of your growth? Your first card is the Ace of Swords. This is the card of clarity, truth, and breakthroughs. Virgo season opens for you with a moment of fresh insight, like the first rays of sunrise breaking through the mist. Something that has felt confusing or tangled is ready to be cut away so that a clear path can emerge. And your ally, the sorrel, with its tender, refreshing vitality, softens this sword of truth. It's telling you, clarity doesn't have to be harsh. Truth can arrive gently, with affection for yourself and for others. And the Ace of Swords here is your gift of seeing clearly, but through a lens of compassion, not judgment. So this season begins with illumination, a truth revealed that frees your heart. Your second card is the Three of Symbols, reversed. Now, normally this is a card of teamwork and collaboration. It's the joy of building something together. But when it's reversed, it shows that cooperation may not be flowing smoothly. Perhaps you've felt unsupported, undervalued, or maybe others aren't meeting you in the same spirit of effort. So your ally, the sorrel, offers a gentle reminder. Affection and kindness heal much, but not all collaborations are meant to last. So Spirit's having me tell you, choose where your energy is shared with care. If others cannot build with you in love and respect, it is not your burden to carry their weight. So the lesson here is about discernment and partnerships. Collaboration is sacred, but only when it uplifts. Virgo season asks you to who truly honors the work of your heart and who does not. Your third card is the Six of Cups, showing up as a blessing. This card is about innocence, kindness, and the sweetness of memory. It may be that someone from your past brings comfort, or that a tender gesture reminds you of what truly matters. Sometimes it's simply the blessing of remembering the small joys that nourish the heart. And your ally, the sorrel, embodies this energy perfectly. Its tangy freshness awakens vitality, while its heart-shaped leaves whisper affection. Spirit's having me tell you, let yourself receive the sweetness of simple love. Gratitude belongs in those small moments of connection, whether from your past or your inner child, or even someone who offers you uncomplicated kindness in the present. The Six of Cups blesses you with remembrance. Joy can be simple, tender, and pure. Your fourth card is the Hanged One, reversed. Appearing in the self-care position, when this card is upright, it asks us to pause, to shift perspective, and to surrender to stillness. But when it's in reverse, it shows that you may have lingered in suspension for too long, feeling stuck, waiting, or avoiding the choice to move forward. Your ally, the sorrel, offers its gentle wisdom here. Affection softens frustration. Spirit's having me tell you, you don't need to force movement, but you also don't need to hang in limbo forever. The kindest act of self-care is to Honor when a pause has served its purpose, and it's time to release yourself into action. So for this season, your care comes through compassionately unhooking yourself from what keeps you stagnant. Shift, move, and breathe. Even one small step can change your perspective completely. Your fifth card is the Eight of Symbols, showing up in the release position. Now this card is about mastery, practice, and devotion to craft. But when it's in this placement, it's asking you to release the need to prove yourself through constant effort. You may have been caught in the cycle of endless self-improvement, always working, always refining, but never allowing yourself to feel complete. So your ally, the Sorrel, brings tenderness here. It's like it's whispering, you are already enough. And Spirit's having me tell you, while steady effort has its place, it must not come at the expense of affection for yourself. So the Eight of Symbols in release says, put down the belief that your worth is tied only to what you produce. And in this Virgo season, allow yourself to be free from perfectionism and honor the love that already flows through your being. And your final card is the Four of Wands reversed, and it's in the focus position. So when this card is upright, it's about celebration, homecoming, and joyful stability. But when it's reversed, it suggests that you may be waiting for the perfect moment of harmony, the big milestone, the flawless event, the outer sign of success, before allowing yourself to celebrate. But your ally, the Sorrel, brings a softer perspective. It's like it's saying celebration doesn't have to be grand. Joy can be found in the smallest, most tender rituals. So Spirit's having me tell you that because this is reversed, it's asking you to stop postponing your happiness until everything is in alignment. Instead, focus on the simple celebrations like a quiet morning or a shared smile, maybe a kind word or a gentle act of love. In this Virgo season, your attention is best directed to the joy you create daily, not on the one you wait for someday. And as we close your reading, pile number 3, the message is clear. It's about tenderness and truth. The Ace of Swords brings clarity and insight, while the Three of Pentacles reverse shows where cooperation may falter at this time. But the blessing comes through the Six of Cups, the simple kindness and affection of memory, of innocence, of love freely given. And then the Hangman reverse reminds you not to linger too long in limbo. And while the Eight of Pentacles in release position teaches that you are already enough, and you don't need endless proving. And finally, the Four of Wands reverse directs your focus to finding joy in small, daily rituals rather than waiting for perfect milestones. So through it all, your ally, the Sorrel, whispers this gentle affection. Love softens the edges of truth, and joy is found in the tender moments. And Spirit's also adding to this that your worth is not in what you produce, but in who you are. So with this Virgo season, it's offering you a dawn light perspective, fresh, hopeful, and nurturing. Here your heart awakens to the sweetness of affection and the beauty of simple, grounded joy. Namaste, beloveds.